At least 6 people across Nashville have been stabbed and killed so far in 2021. Overdoses are on the rise in the Volunteer state, and early data show they've increased to new alarming levels, likely made worse because of the pandemic. The state has also seen an increase in the number of counterfeit drugs being sold and produced. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell joins us live from TBI headquarters with more on this. Aaron, it was just last month the DEA said more than 9.5 million counterfeit pills had already been seized this year.
Yeah, Rebecca, and a lot of those pills have been linked to those overdose deaths that you mentioned. And every year since 2015, the numbers keep rising and at alarming rates. So today, different state officials will meet here at the TBI headquarters to discuss a solution to this problem. So the TBI will be here, the Tennessee Department of Health, the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, STARS, Nashville, and so much more. Now, for the first time in 6 years, the United States Drug Enforcement Administration issued a public safety alert due to the dangerous flood of fake prescription pills. The pills are being mass produced in labs illegally, they say, and then marketed to look like a real prescription drug. Now, the black market pills often contain dangerous drugs like fentanyl and meth, and data from the Tennessee Department of Health shows every year the number of overdose deaths grow. In 2015, a little over 1,400 people died. And sadly, in 2019, that number grew to a little over 2,000 Tennesseans dying of a drug overdose. And reports show the increase is being driven by illicit fentanyl and stimulants. Now, state agencies are meeting around 10:30 this morning to discuss this ongoing problem, and they are inviting the public to attend it virtually. We have a link posted on newschannel5.com if you would like to attend that meeting. I'll send it back to you all.
Thank you, Aaron. Breaking overnight, drug maker Merck has asked the FDA to approve its pill to treat COVID-19. This treatment would be a new weapon in the world's arsenal against the pandemic, becoming the only treatment that doesn't require IV or injection. The FDA could make its decision in a matter of weeks after looking over the data.
And all new this morning, many businesses around the country are waiting on new guidelines regarding COVID vaccines and the workplace. While some business owners are mandating shots already, others are waiting on a soon-to-be published report by OSHA. But as our Joe St. George explains, while that announcement could come in the near future, it's almost certainly guaranteed to face legal challenges.
The next phase of the pandemic is becoming clearer. More government rules that encourage more vaccinations.
Vaccination requirements result in more people getting vaccinated.
President Biden last week made clear he believes mandates improve public health. A White House analysis shows mandates have increased vaccination rates by 20+ percentage points in businesses that have them. For the moment, though, the decision to force employees to get vaccinated is being made by individual business owners. But that will soon change as the Occupational Safety and Health Administration prepares to release a new nationwide vaccine rule at the directive of President Biden. OSHA, as it's known, was created in 1970. Most people know them for workplace flyers ordering employees to wash their hands or use goggles. The agency, though, has the legal authority to issue an emergency temporary standard, an ETS, for workplaces if a grave danger is posed. Their expected new rule: mandatory employee vaccines in businesses with 100+ employees. Employees who don't comply will likely face weekly testing. President Biden has said this rule could impact 80 million Americans. But just because he wants it done doesn't mean he's going to actually get it implemented.
Conservatives around the country are beginning to mobilize, taking their argument to the courts.
Last month, attorneys general from each one of these 24 states wrote a letter to President Biden in opposition. The letter called the proposals disastrous and counterproductive. Your edict is also illegal, they wrote. That could put the debate over vaccine mandates in the hands of judges and perhaps the Supreme Court in the coming months. America's judicial system has struck down OSHA mandates in the past. The last major one involved asbestos in 1983. OSHA wanted buildings to have a lower level of asbestos in them. The court ruled that was unnecessary. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
And we're taking a closer look at vaccination rates here in Tennessee. Right now, a little over 53% of Tennesseans have received at least one dose of the vaccine. 47% are fully vaccinated. That puts us at 42nd in the country.
And a new poll from CBS shows what fully vaccinated people are saying about those who haven't gotten a shot. 56% say those people are putting others at risk. 55% think people who are unvaccinated are being misled by bad information. 37% say the unvaccinated make them upset or angry, but 32% respect their decision to not get the shot. And here in Nashville, 2 drive-through testing centers are open. One is located on 28th Avenue North, the other at the former Kmart on Murfreesboro Pike. Both are open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and no appointment is necessary. Right now at 7:10, let's head back over to Rebecca for traffic.
All right, thanks so much, Amy. Right now, the biggest issue I'm tracking is in Murray County, 65 southbound. So if you're heading maybe to Birmingham this morning, Lewisburg or Pulaski, really slow for 4 to 5 miles because of a truck fire blocking now the right lane. Earlier, all southbound lanes were blocked, but thankfully they've been able to get at least a left lane open. You can avoid that stretch between Bear Creek Pike and Highway 50 by using Highway 50 or Highway 431 Franklin Road as alternate routes instead. I-40 near Spence Lane looks pretty good actually in the Nashville area. Both east and westbound lanes of I-40 here moving without too much of a problem at all. I do have a series of crashes on Murfreesboro Pike though. One is close to Briley Parkway, airport area, South Nashville. One is at Hobson Pike. Injuries reported there. We're working to find out more details on exactly what's happening down closer to the Laverne line. Now let's get a check of our forecast with Nikki-Dee. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rebecca. Some people might be a little distracted with how pretty it is outside. We've had some stunning sunrises. Nothing too pure in the way of the sky, not those crystal clear conditions. We got the clouds moving in, allowing the colors to really be nice and vibrant. Here's a live look for you overlooking Music City. Current temperature 66. Lawrenceburg setting at 66 degrees as well. These clouds look dense at spots because they are, but we are going to notice breaks in the way of cloud cover as we do go throughout the day. So it truly is that mixture of sun and clouds heading throughout the afternoon hours. Temperatures obviously will still warm. This morning we're waking up back in the widespread 60s, regardless of your location. Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, even going down into the Tennessee Valley. Winds are light for some as it comes in out of our south. You'll notice winds over in Murray sustained at 9, 10 in Camden, but some pretty gusty conditions as we get to the center of this low pressure system that will eventually move into our area. Now, am I looking to see winds around 50 miles per hour? Not so much. It's going to weaken as it moves closer, but we will be dealing with some pretty gusty conditions. Here's today's weather child. This is sweet little Chase. 84 degrees by the afternoon with some scattered showers and storms. Temperatures will decrease heading into next week, but this work week is going to be downright hot. I'll have details on how we're going to cool off and feel a little bit more like football weather coming up. But we're also riding high after the Titans win. Let's take a look at sports.
Last week, the Titans went on the road against a winless team and lost. On Sunday, they went to Jacksonville and faced another winless team with an embattled head coach in Urban Meyer after last week's off-field controversy. Bottom line, the Titans needed to take care of business. Third down on the opening possession, Elijah Moulton back in the lineup and make his presence felt. Hits Dan Arnold, bang, bang play. It's ruled a fumble. Kevin Byard falls on it, gets up, takes it in for a touchdown. A minute in, and it's 7-0 Titans. Next possession, Jaguars decide to just keep it on the ground. That looks like a good choice. James Robinson goes 58 yards all the way down to the 12 before being tracked down by Byard. Robinson with a career-high 149 yards, punches it in. Point after no good, so it's 7-6. Titans facing third down, otherwise known these days as third and McNichols. Jeremy McNichols, 25 yards and a first down. There were 3 third down conversions on this drive. It's great to see A.J. Brown back. Getting free for 22 yards, takes it down to the 1. That sets up Derrick Henry. First play of the second quarter, making it 14-6 Tennessee. Back come the Jags. 4th and goal, the corner route to Jacob Hollister to make it 14-13. But here's your Titans answer. Tannehill buying time and finding a man wide open. My man, Cole Pruitt. 21-13 Titans. They get a big field goal to add to that before the half, set up by this 26-yard pass to Chester Rogers. Tennessee got the ball to start the third quarter as well and drives the field at 11 plays, capped by Henry, untouched from the 9. He had 42 of the 75 yards on that drive. It's a 31-19 game in the fourth. Lawrence who ran for a touchdown earlier, looks to get in again, but replay shows Byard got him down by the knee at the 1. So now it's 4th and goal. Time to tighten up, and the Titans stuff Carlos Hyde, not Robinson, who is mysteriously on the sideline. Tierre Tart, Chris Jackson blow it up. Titans with 2 4th down stops in the 4th quarter, and Henry puts it away. Back home in Jacksonville, he runs for 130 yards and 3 touchdowns. Titans take care of business behind Henry, Tannehill, and Byard, who had 10 tackles, the fumble for a touchdown, and a game-ending interception as the Titans had in the Jags a 20th straight loss.
This is a tough place to play. They have a lot of young guys in their team that are very talented, very hungry, and just happy to get this one, get back on track.
Not going to apologize for winning. Obviously, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't perfect at all. We got a lot of stuff we need to clean up, but happy to get a win down here in Duval.
Whenever you get a division win, no matter what that record is, NFL, it's hard to win in this league. So it gives us momentum. It gives us some confidence.
Definitely have respect for the way they played. They came out and played us hard, played us tough, and weren't giving up anything easy for sure.
So the Titans improved to 3-2, still in first place in the AFC South. And now they're off until a week from tonight, Monday Night Football, at home against the Bills. That's your morning sports update here on News Channel 5. I'm Steve Lehman. Have a great day.
Welcome back. Well, last night, a popular Lebanon restaurant closed their doors for the last time after more than 6 decades in business. We were there Sunday morning when the Sunset Family Restaurant opened up, and already dozens of people were standing in line. It opened up originally in 1959. It's been owned by the same family ever since. The current owners are in their 80s, and they decided they needed some much-needed rest, so they sold the building and decided to close the restaurant. Hope they have a very peaceful retirement.
Oh, that plate of food looks so good too. Well, we do too. I know they've served a lot of folks over the years. And you have a chance to win a home and help a great cause. Willow Branch Homes is donating a new home to support the Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt and the faith-based organization I Am Second. The home has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and a 2-car garage in Thompson Station. So get your phone out, scan this QR code. This will take you to the website to buy a ticket. Raffle tickets are $100. The home is worth $600,000. The drawing is November 6th.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's just my size house too.
Right.
I'll take it.
Right now, if you are leaving your house and hitting the road this morning, here's the 440 loop. Looks pretty good. No major problems near that 21st Avenue and Hillsborough Pike exit for you. Really, the entire 440 loop looks pretty nice. 65 picking up just a bit in the Armory Drive area. Actually, it seems like we've got a few more cars in this shot in the southbound side than northbound, which goes to show you that things are moving pretty nicely. This is the only issue. I've been tracking it all morning. A truck fire in Murray County, and it's really slowing you down outbound near the Columbia area. So if you're headed down to Lewisburg, Pulaski, or Alabama, heads up for this. You can use Highway 50 or 431 as alternate routes instead. But Nikki-Dee, roll down the windows this morning, maybe grab some coffee. It is a nice start.
It is. It is going to start to feel like a hairdryer, though, Rebecca, later on this afternoon, because the winds are really going to become gusty, and it's still going to be downright hot. Not close to record-breaking heat like yesterday, but incredibly warm. But pretty. Here's a live look for you right now in White House. This is thanks to my sweet friend Dawn. Sent this in earlier. You can see the beautiful colors with the sunrise. Sunrise took place around 6:50. It's getting later and later, and these days are getting shorter and shorter, but still pretty warm. Right now, overlooking Music City, look at the Cumberland, just nice and peaceful. Current temperature 66 right now. With Lawrenceburg, seeing those clouds moving on in, you're starting out your morning at 66 as well. The reason we've got these milky skies in place, that is associated with our cold front. This cold front is not necessarily going to bring colder air. It's more of a wind shift, but it's still a cold front as it moves its way in, and it's going to bring some showers as well as a few embedded thunderstorms. So what you're really going to notice are these gusty winds. As far as its reputation, it's had one that has really caused some issues off to our far west, but as it moves its way eastward, you can tell by looking at it right now, things are beginning to really calm down. And we're going to notice that, thankfully, because we're pretty stable around here. But our severe threat is still with us. It's just rather low. Temperature-wise, we are in the 60s. Wind-wise, it really is depending on where you are. Lighter winds across the plateau, and look at these gusty winds. Murray, you're coming in 26 miles per hour. I do anticipate everybody to experience winds gusting in the 20s and even 30s as we do go throughout the day. So any decor you've got outside, make sure that it is pretty sturdy or you're going to be visiting your neighbors. Temperatures right now, we've got 60s everywhere you look. And as we head throughout the day, you'll notice, see how we have breaks in the way of clouds? So we're still going to warm. It's still going to be sunny. And if you do want to go outside, it's going to be great the first half. And even going into the evening hours across the plateau. But closer to dinner, that's when we'll know some scattered showers and storms developing to our north and west. As they move eastward, they tend to break up a lot. The wind's still going to be pretty punchy, and we are looking to see those gusts getting rather high. As this moves its way off to the east of portions of the plateau, we'll see some scattered rain showers early tomorrow morning. By the afternoon, all of this will be out of here. So as far as our winds gusting coming in out of our south, 25 to 35 miles per hour. Our severe threat is low, a 1 out of 5, with temperatures hanging in the 80s over the next several days. Here's today's weather, Art, thanks to Mickey, and we want to see your school of the day.